Hey everybody, and welcome back to This is the Police. So today we're starting day 4. Robespierre to reveal his identity when the time is right, enemies using feminists to destroy Freiburg, and feminist organization denied official registration.
Whenever I'm alone at home and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either, but according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention. She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time. Another couple weeks at this rate and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots. In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene, or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all three of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact. The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her son. I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's gonna track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
Hello.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Have you found anything? An address, phone number? Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. Come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And you have nothing, Jack. You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
Let's not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later. I'm waiting for your call, and my patience is running thin. Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
Alright, well there we go, this started day 4. Birch, I drank too much. I don't think I can hold it together today. Can I go home? Sure. So it looks like Birch is an alcoholic. That's lovely. I'm gonna give... Can I give... Oh no, I guess I can't. Okay. Alright. Destruction of property, City Hall parking lot. A member of the city's cleaning crew saw an elderly man approaching some expensive cars in the parking lot carrying a long iron rod. The whole street could hear him shouting, "Bastards, thieves, bloodsuckers." Alright, I'm going to send my two highest to that. If someone commits a serious crime and flees the scene, the case goes to your detectives. Okay. They investigate the crime scene, interview witnesses, and gather whatever information seems pertinent. One of your detectives will be lead investigator on the case. You can assign additional detectives to any case who will work under the lead investigator. As subordinates, the more professional the lead investigator, the more effective the team. Homicide, ghetto. Black activist Ronnie Moore was shot outside his home. So I'm going to put Mole there. And I'll assign all the detectives to it. Maybe a bad idea, but I guess we'll see. A racist gang has recently made some trouble in the city. They're capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. They recently sent a message to a local radio station promising to kill all the black doctors, firemen, and police. We don't need any more dead police, especially not mere months before the election. The racists are gaining more and more followers, and even some of our citizens support them. You'll have to fire all your black employees over the next 2 days due to mounting racial tensions. Okay, I don't think I have that money. Carjacking, suburb. A gas station surveillance camera recorded a car that's on the stolen vehicles list. Alright. Well, I'll send everybody a price for that, I guess. Detectives have interviewed witnesses, collected evidence from the scene, and are pursuing the investigation. Expect results. Eric Graham, a drunk witness. They drove by in a sedan and they shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. Glenn Clayton, I only heard a few muffled shots. Lawrence Carr, he got what he deserved. He's been causing trouble for a long time, and recently there's been a lot of cursing and carrying on. Ms. Cobb, I don't remember the car, and the neighborhood was quiet. I never heard any shots. And Daryl Carpenter, the police these days don't do nothing. I almost died myself. I went to buy some medicine. I was nearly hit by some idiot's car. Alright, so we've got the beginning and the ending of the sequence. Cool. Okay. Destruction of property report. Offender caught, officers unharmed. That's what I like to hear. Cool. Suspicious individual, Desire Park. Corey Ramsey, mother of several children, has expressed her concerns about a suspicious man wearing bifocals seated on a bench beside a playground. He's been watching the children for over an hour and he's taken several pictures of them.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Let's interview any potential eyewitnesses. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Awesome. Okay, now that they can do that, let's do this. Send these two to that. There we go. Kazuki Chimera Dragon's Lair Club. Mr. Boyd, I'm opening Freeburg's first martial arts club, and for my first exhibition, I want to hold a sparring match where one of the students takes on your toughest cop. After the fight, I'll teach your man a few tricks, something that will help him out in the streets. Well, what's some price? Because, well, price. It's the only one I had available at that exact moment. Okay. Suspicious individual. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Cool. Our day is almost over. I'm probably going to do a second day for this one. I don't know what we'll do after that. Who knows? Your detectives present frames, different versions of what might have happened at the crime scene. You've gotten 3 new frames. Okay. They get it wrong half the time, but a good cop can separate facts from fiction if they know how to look at case materials. The more professional the detectives working on an investigation, the better their instincts. get to your suspects, you'll need to figure out the true sequence of events at the crime scene using the frames you think likely, sometimes with a little guesswork thrown in if you add it all up, but the sequence fails, you're probably telling the wrong story. Alright. No idea whether that's actually right or not, but I guess we'll find out.
311A in progress.
Fight. Kevin's throat bar. A bartender reports that a couple dancers started fighting over tips on a cat fight broke out on the stage. Let's send Hunter, Yancey, and Kochi.
311A in progress.
Fight. Octopus Restaurant. A bartender reported that a fight has broken out between a patron and the bar's bouncer. The man, apparently drunk, had climbed onto the stage while a local singer was performing and tried to sing a duet with her. Miss Purdy and Tsubaki. Alright. Chief, I just about nailed the Jap a couple times, but he was too fast for me and won on points. I don't really understand all their rules, so I can't keep track of points very well, but he was alright. Even showed me a few tricks after the match. I got carried away a little and pulled my back. Can I take a day off? Really?
We've got a situation here.
On the stage are two strippers going at it, and it's gone beyond arguing to a full-on cat fight. The bouncer are fast asleep, clearly too wasted to handle the situation. The drunken patrons are happily watching the fight. Strippers continue fighting, oblivious to the police presence. Yes, the bartender for... Offender caught, officers unharmed. I guess throwing a bucket of cold water on him worked.
Complete.
Offender caught and officers unharmed. Cool. Doing pretty well so far. Retired police officer Thomas Blaine shoots pregnant woman. Mayor Rogers said he has no problem with racists. Officer Blaine explains, I thought she was a suicide bomber. Alright.
Why would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn. I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn. In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn. I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
How long you been dating the lover boys?
They're Sam's people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the Mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
Oh, that's a
The
turn.
papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your Mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run, and they demanded that we close our contract today.
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the Mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
So, Kendrick has a lot more to deal with than I do. He's got kids, he's got his wife, his family, whatever. And what I get from this is that they've been leading up this story with the fact that I have nothing. Like, I have my 3 kids, but my wife is gone. My kids are grown. You know... But if I put myself in this situation, then I have to deal with the Mafia. I'm going to go with agree to help Kendrick. Just because.
Give him my phone number and tell him it's done. Don't call me. Don't come to work today. I don't want to see or hear from you again. Time for you to go.
Jack,
Get the fuck out of my nice cozy barn, Frank. At the time, I was trying not to think about what just happened. It was almost too much to take in. I'm probably the most popular police chief in the history of the city, and I have to admit, I've thought about that more than once, sometimes with a little pride even. In one of the features they wrote about me in the papers, they said it pretty plain. He catches the criminals. Believe me, high praise like that is unheard of in Freeburg, especially for a cop. And here I am, the person who catches criminals, and I've agreed to help the Mafia, or I'll come home to a bag stuffed with my kids' body parts. Right before the last hammer falls. Hey, remember that cop who caught criminals? It turns out he was a Mafia bitch. And all for the sake of a greedy, corrupt cop who should have fled the country years ago. That sound right to you?
Not exactly the way I wanted to go, but... City officials want to demolish my house because of some bureaucratic error. If I don't resolve the problem today, my family is going to have to find another place to live. Can I have the day off? That sounds like BS. I forgot how to fire people. No matter your personal relationship with the city's administration, the police station is at their mercy. In order to maintain reasonable working conditions, you have to send appropriate requests to the mayor. Decisions from City Hall depend on whether they're satisfied with your work. You can send requests every 5 days. The fools in charge of the city may refuse outright or accept only some of your requests, so ask for what you really need. Request... Upgrade. You know what? No, we're not really using. Okay, let's let's do this. We have to get rid of Robbins. Do we have to get rid of... I don't know if we have to get rid of the black detectives too. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Alright.
210 in progress.
Here's week salary. City Hall hopes we don't disappoint. $1,200. Alright. Austin. This woman was an honest servant of the city. Today she is buried in military honors. Fire all black cops. I wonder, that's got to include detectives, I wonder. Disorderly conduct, Eddie's Burgers. Every morning there's a dirty, piss-soaked bum sleeping at the cafe. The man refuses to go away and growls at anyone who approaches, scaring all officers. I'm going to send Kingston and Samadhi. I want to go in here. I guess we have to get rid of... Alright. That's all the black cops. Alright, robbery, touch of Dionysus liquor store. A witness looked on from her window while an armed man with a stocking on his head entered the nearby liquor store. I'm going to send Stavalo, Robbins, and Grant. Oh, I could have sent 4. Whoops. Okay, so now we have to hire some more people. Going to hire Edith Forbes for shift A. I'm going to hire you for shift B. Alright. I probably should hire 2 more detectives too. I only have 2 detectives. We'll hire 1 for shift A and 1 shift for shift B. Alright.
311A in progress.
Fight! Residential area. Hot dog vendor reports that he saw 2 Elvis impersonators grappling right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with microphone stands. Well, I only have 2 officers, so...
Complete.
Offender caught, officers unharmed.
We've got a
The shop has 2 exits from which a few people have already fled. Drive a patrol car right through the front window. Let's sneak up to the back door. The stuck-up man noticed the police presence and took the cashier's hostage. He's holding his gun to the hostage's head, shouting, "Back off or I'll blow his goddamn face off." Meanwhile, the cashier is yelling in unknown language. You in the mask. Shut your face and drop the weapon. Robert grows visibly nervous. "Don't shoot, please. I just need the money. I'll take a little bit and go. No one was hurt. I'll let you leave outright, but only if you release the hostage."
910 complete.
Offender caught. Ooh. Oh well. Antique Chinese necklace was stolen from Bao Ling while she was on her way to the pawn shop. I'm gonna put you on lead and send you. I don't have anybody for that unless I get my officers back before then. It's a hot one today and people are going for a swim. Last week 4 people drowned and the beaches of Freeburg and the press was in an uproar. Please send someone. I'm sorry. I don't have time for that.
311A complete. 212 in progress.
Destruction of property, gallery of modern art. At a gallery exhibition entitled Sex Operation, a gang of young people in ski masks forced their way in and began smashing the exhibit, shouting, "We don't need this shit in our city." I don't have anyone I can send for that until some of these guys come back. There, okay. Send you and you. That's all I can spare right now. Me and my husband got into a difficult financial situation. I was going to pawn an antique necklace, which has been in my family for many centuries. As I was carrying the necklace to the pawn shop, someone ripped the bag from my shoulder and disappeared. I didn't have time to do anything, not even cry out. The offender was on a motorcycle. He drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and then escaped. I tried to race after him, but I didn't even have time to see if it was a man or a woman. I couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a jacket like those other bikers who hang around on the street corners. I was definitely not a local biker. They were bald and had beards. This guy looked Asian, probably Japanese or Chinese. I didn't see a weapon in his hands. I just saw him grab her bag and ride off. Alright. Offender escaped. Officers unharmed. I think I'm going to have to let... I'll let Birch Jr. go. I can't. What about you? Can I fire you? Yeah, he's too old. We did it, Boyd. We won. That Ernest really knows a lot about shooting, even taught us a thing or two. He invited us out hunting to celebrate his victory, so he'll be taking a day off. We deserve it. Oh, fine.
212 complete.
Offender escaped. Officers unharmed. God, so that was my best officer I sent out for that, too. Got 3 new frames. Suspect is Kyung Yun Lin, Chinese immigrant recently expelled from the university. Your detectives have information on the whereabouts of the suspect. Sometimes there might be a number of locations to choose from. To carry out the arrest, 2 officers must escort the lead investigator to apprehend the suspect. If the lead investigator is not on duty, the arrest will have to wait, but remember that fugitives won't sit patiently until your schedule clears. Also remember that criminals will react in different ways. A frightened thief is likely to surrender as soon as his game is up. A brutal killer might want to see just how many he can take with him. With more dangerous criminals, it's safer to send experienced officers and even the SWAT if you see fit. Alright, so we're going to send the SWAT and the father and son there.
11 in progress.
Vandalism. Atticus Tower. A guard went up for a smoke and saw a teenager writing obscenities on the wall of the building. I chased the brat up a tree. You can take it from here. I don't have anybody to deal with that. Until now. Okay. Send Stowell and Robbins. Offender caught. You were able to arrest all suspects. Awesome. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Good. Just the way I like it. Looks like tomorrow is going to be a long day, more like the first of a lot of long days. There's too much going on. Alright. Cool. I think we're going to do one more. I know this video has been going on for a while, but I really do like to do longer videos. Thomas Blaine, pregnant woman killer sent to mental hospital. Mayor Rogers not afraid of the competition, and according to Dr. Eleanor Waterbury, Thomas Blaine has a new form of schizophrenia.
Mr. Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
A man? What man? Who let him on this floor?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. I asked him his name, but he just ignored me. He was talking on a big telephone, you know, one of those portables. He gave me this envelope and left.
Damn. Okay, let's see about this. Of course, they could have shot them the second they took the photo. But I knew Kendrick and his family were all right. Either way, the message was not that they got out. It meant that I was in. My servitude to the Mafia had begun. I'd only been in my new position 5 seconds, and I already knew why Kendrick called it a contract. You sound doomed if you call it what it is. A curse. Boyd.
Good morning, Jack. I believe you just received my message.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some people don't recognize my voice. But I assure you, Jack, if I was sitting right there in front of you, you'd have no trouble recognizing me. Like I was a member of your family. Even better than a wife, perhaps. A wife can betray you. No man is immune.
I don't talk to people who don't tell me their names.
Oh, Jack, don't be so childish. You're too old to run away from strangers. Yes, we both are. And in our old age, friendship becomes rare and all the more precious. But of course, we must work with new people and find out new names. So if you insist, Jack, let us formally meet. Hello, Jack Boyd. I'm Christopher Sand.
Wonderful, Mr. Sand. And what is it you do for a living?
Oh, you'll soon find out all about that. Well, you'll learn much more than a simple policeman could ever expect. You're a simple policeman no longer, Jack. Don't turn off your phone. You start today.
Eight in 10. It's been my go-to principle since my first day on the job. I've got to let my colleagues hush up what they need to, 2 out of 10 times, so that they'll help me with the remaining 8. 80 out of 100, 800 out of 1,000. I'm proud of those statistics. It's not so bad for Freeburg, right? But now I just officially became a Mafia whore. I'm supposed to be fearing for my life, for the lives of my wife and children. But the only thing I can think, what's gonna happen to 8 and 10?
Alright, achievement unlocked. Severed leg. Ahab lost his leg, but it only made him angrier. Okay. Nava, I drank too much today. I don't think I can hold it together. No, I'm not sending you home. Alright. Kyung Yun Lin turned out to be a member of the gang known as the Red Masks. He could help you take down the gang if you make him an informant. Sure, why not? There are a number of gangs in Freeburg, and that means there's bounties to collect. Some of the criminals you come across will be members of one gang or another. In exchange for immunity, they may be willing to give up their bosses. Ningyi. And this way you can get your hooks into gang members higher and higher up the food chain and ultimately take down the boss. If you do arrest the boss, the gang will be finished and you'll get to claim a reward. Cool. There's also a reward for formally charging game members. When you arrest a game member, you get a bonus, but your deal with that person is over. Don't settle for small fish. You can use the small fish to catch the big fish. Yeah, I don't want to arrest him. Alright. Bao Liang gave several interviews in which she spoke about atrocities committed by the Red Masks gang. She embellished a lot and distorted the facts. If you want to keep people from panicking, you need to take down the gang within the next 4 days. Formal complaint. The labor union. Please be informed that your employees have filed a formal complaint against you. We are gathering information and familiarizing ourselves with the circumstances of the case. Jackie swore on Earth. I don't have any black cops. I don't get it. Okay, whatever. I can hire one more police officer. Cool. Ooh. Wait, really? Mark Fishback? That's hilarious. Okay. I'm gonna hire him for shift B, I guess. Wow. I wonder if they put him in here or how that worked. And I can hire one more detective. Alright. Amushin, Alijo, yeah, why not? I'm gonna hire you for shift B. Alright. Sugar Dream Confectionery. Attempted murder. A young employee at the factory got into a fight with the manager and is trying to push him into a vat of boiling chocolate. I'm going to send those two. Price and Asano. I don't get it. Police station. Oh, I didn't fire him. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. Oh well. Ooh, let's ask City Hall for some. Oh, I have to wait 5 days. No. Okay.
410A complete.
Offender escaped. Officers unharmed.
113 in progress.
Carjacking, suburb. Parking lot attendant Dylan Burns reports seeing a teenager walking between cars, trying handles in hopes of finding an unlocked vehicle. Before the attendant could approach him, the teenager found an unlocked door and shut himself inside. A few seconds later, the teen drove, shrieking from the parking lot, greatly exceeding the speed limit, and he fled towards the suburbs. I'm going to send my top 3 for that.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Officers have determined the car thief's location.
113 complete.
Offender caught, officers unharmed. Cool.
710A in progress. Nine 11 in progress.
Alright, give me one moment, guys. Jack, we're dealing with Martin, who refuses to repay his debt, says that the police will protect him. I think it's time we show him whose side the police are on.
710A.
Joseph Lowry's mother wouldn't let him go play until he ate his broccoli. Travis Horton, a known racist who already has several previous convictions. Alright.
Nine 11.
Offender caught, officers unharmed.
412 in progress.
Assault with a deadly weapon, city center. At a parking lot exit, a security guard stopped a suspicious-looking van and asked to check the driver's membership card. The female driver reportedly reached casually into the glove compartment and then pulled a gun and opened fire. Oh boy. Okay. I send all 4 of those officers. Do I have any reason to fire Asano? No, okay. Other than she's just bad. Offender caught. Cool. You're able to arrest all suspects. Case closed.
Officer on
Police cruiser has caught up with the
Looks like we have
perpetrator's
a
van.
situation here.
The van takes a sharp turn and crashes through the window of his sex shop. A woman exits the vehicle, grabs the shop attendant, and puts a gun to his head. We'll go with that man right now.
412.
Oh, really? At least it wasn't my best officer. I just lost 3. Subaki, McStone, and Price. Oh well, that was a bad choice. To hire more for shift, or for shift B. You, and you. Alright. My kitty's here trying to get up on my lap. What am I waiting on? I'm not sure what I'm waiting on other than this. Ning He is the faithful assistant Jing Yang, founding member of the gang. He's entrusted with the most serious jobs. Ning He keeps his most valuable prizes at home while he arranges their sale. He then brings them to the Wise Dragon restaurant on the day before he's planning to make the deal. The gang must have an immediate buyer for the necklace, so Ning He brought it to the restaurant the same night it was stolen. Usually the restaurant is open around the clock, but it was closed that night because of an important deal was going down. Ning He has a key to the restaurant. Valuables are kept in a safe under the bar. Alright. So this is going to end the video for today. I'm going to try to get another video out tomorrow. I'm going to try to get videos out every day from here on out, hopefully, if I have time to put them together. So thank you for watching. If you like this, please give me a like and a subscription if you haven't subscribed already. And comment if there's any games that you'd like to see me play. Like I said, I have over 100 and some games. So I can play just about anything I have. So let me know if there's anything you'd like to see. And I will see you guys in the next video.